Junior heavyweight wrestling champion Tony Charles. His opponent, weighing in at 228 pounds, Manchester, England, the reigning junior heavyweight champion of the world, Les Thornton.
And what a main event this would be in any arena in the United States today, and anywhere in the world today, we should say. Les Thornton, the world junior heavyweight champion, taking on Tony Charles, the U.S. junior heavyweight champion. Bell sounds, we're ready for action. An action-packed hour of Southeastern Championship Wrestling coming your way on Jimmy Golden Appreciation Day here in the Southeastern Wrestling area. We see over on the ropes break up the action, collar and elbow. Charles with that Cornish hype takedown on Thornton. Again into grip, center of the ring. Two highly skilled athletes, two champions in their own right. The world junior heavyweight champion and the United States junior heavyweight champion. Thornton now clamping down the pressure on Tony Charles. And Rick, what a television lineup we have from our opening match all throughout today's program.
Every match could be a main event, Charlie. This first match, what a European flair. Tony Charles from Wales, Les Thornton from Manchester, England. If you'll watch, especially this European-style front face lock, you'll see a lot of the European style of wrestling in the world's junior heavyweight champion, Les Thornton. Both men competed extensively all across Europe, all through Asia, and all through most of the Western world before making their way to the United States. Les Thornton has clung tenaciously to that junior heavyweight championship of the world for the past several months. Les Thornton, a tremendous bridge from a lateral press by Tony Charles. Tony Charles rolls his shoulder up at the count of two. The two top competitors in the junior heavyweight division today in the ring on Southeastern Championship Wrestling, the junior heavyweight champion of the world and the United States junior heavyweight champion. Thornton now seems to be keying on that front face lock, trying to wear Tony Charles down. Charles powering out, reversing to a full Nelson, standing full Nelson. Charlie, the thing about when you see Les Thornton and Tony Charles in the ring, you see wrestling at its best. Tony Charles, a Cornish hype that sends Les Thornton to the canvas. Thornton manages to bridge out at the count of two. Charles keeps right on his man. A one count from referee Larry Brock. Tony Charles trying to break down the bridge of Les Thornton. Thornton, the snapmare that sends the United States junior heavy champion to the canvas. Tony Charles rolls that shoulder up on the count of two. Referee Larry Brock checking very, very closely. When you get two of the top junior heavyweights, as a matter of fact, the two top junior heavyweights in the world today in the same ring, the action is bound to be fast and furious. Les Thornton right back to that front face lock. Tony Charles maneuvering his way, trying to get out. Inside cradle from Tony Charles. Les Thornton using the bottom rope for leverage. A tremendous forearm that rocks the United States junior heavyweight champion. Les Thornton on the offensive now. A series of bowler-like forearms that sends Tony Charles to the canvas. Les Thornton right on his man, snap mare, and clamps right back down into that face lock that he's had Tony Charles in for the past several minutes. Les Thornton proving what an adept scientific wrestler he is, as we were talking about minutes ago, Charlie. When you see these two men in the ring and the caliber of wrestlers that you are, you see fast, clean, scientific wrestling, truly world caliber championship wrestling. Tony Charles now trying to figure a way out of this front face lock. Les Thornton drives the knee to the midsection of Tony Charles. Up with that bowler-like forearm that's rocking the United States junior heavyweight champion. Charles fires back with forearms of his own.
The two champions going at each other head to toe because, you know, Rick, so many times we see a situation, two athletes of this caliber step in the ring against each other, and they have that 10-minute time limit as a disadvantage because these two guys, I tell you, two of the two greatest junior heavyweights in the world today are in that ring right now.
Most definitely. Even not on television, in a regulation wrestling match with an hour time limit, Both these men are champions. Both these men know about the time limits, how to use them to retain their belt, how to use them to lift the belt off another wrestler. A count of 2 on the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion, and Thornton keys right back on that front facelock. He has clung to that front facelock most tenaciously during the first 4 or so minutes of this match, Charlie.
Good move by Tony Charles, but those ropes will be in the way, and a break is called for. Good takedown by Charles. Thornton going in. Good forearm uppercut. Snapmare takedown on the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, dropping that knee into the chest area for the pin, 2 count. And Tony Charles powers out. Thornton right back on his man, but Charles grabs that left arm into going after now.
Charles cross-facing Les Thornton, bringing to bear pressure on the neck and the upper arm area of the world's junior heavyweight champion. They call Les Thornton the man of 1,000 holds. He has a wide array of wrestling talent to draw back on. The hold has been particularly effective for him throughout the years, and as a matter of fact, the hold that garnered him the junior heavyweight championship of the world is that tremendous belly-to-back suplex that he'll rely on throughout his matches.
Charles now clamping down with the pressure. It seems to have the world junior heavyweight champion in some trouble, and Thornton there trying to go for the hair.
These 2 men are so evenly matched. They call Les Thornton the man with 1,000 holds, but the same description could apply to Tony Charles.
Right down the line could apply to Tony Charles, and Charles now.
And let's not forget, Charlie, that Tony Charles himself was at one time the junior heavyweight wrestling champion of the world and held that belt with great distinction for a long period of time. We're looking at 2 men in the ring right now who know the feeling of that world's championship belt around their waist, the pride and the prestige that it brings. And you can guarantee that every time Les Thornton and Tony Charles step into that ring, both men,
referee Larry Brock caught in that action. Now he's got the champion pinned. Rolls his man up, but he was definitely shaken up in that situation. Thornton now putting the knee to the back of Tony Charles.
Thornton checking on the condition of referee Larry Brock, injured in the melee minutes ago. Here he up for that belly-to-back suplex. Tony Charles reverses into a cross-body ride. 2. A count of 3. Tony Charles has pinned the junior heavyweight champion of the world.
Here on Southeastern Television Wrestling. What a match. And Charles taking it, going up and sliding right down on his man.
There he stands victorious, the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion, just capturing a pinfall on the Junior Heavyweight Champion of the world on television.
And what a first match we've had here today on Southeastern Wrestling.